Hello, my name is Analie Van Sciver, and I'm going to be discussing the Heidi Roizen case for the Management 6334 class, Seminar in Organizational Behavior. So in the business world, who you know is everything. Your network can determine the success for your career or business. However, mastering the art of networking can be the real challenge. Knowing how to build relationships and foster them for the long run is truly what's important. Now, this is described a little bit in Uzi and Dunlap's article when they discussed Paul Revere and William Dawes, both of who rode around and announced the beginning or the start of the Revolutionary War. However, Paul Revere was a lot more successful than William Dawes in spreading the message because he's considered an information broker and was very successful at connecting people. Now, another successful information broker is Heidi Roizen. She is a venture capitalist at SoftBank Venture Capital and is an example of a very, very successful networker. During the span of her career, she built relationships and maintained them with many important people in the IT industry in Silicon Valley. When she began her career, she built relationships to help promote and grow her small business that she shared with her brother. What she did is she went out there and joined lots of technology groups to meet people and took advantage of every opportunity that she could to give her little company exposure in the IT industry. Later in her career, she also joined the Software Publishers Association and eventually became the president of the association. While in that role, she was able to meet with industry leaders and work closely with them on issues that were important for the success of the overall industry. By doing this, she was able to make herself very well known and well liked. With these strong relationships, she was able to move up in the industry and truly make a name for herself. Now, she never gave up on these relationships. She worked with people, throughout her career and made sure that, she was constantly, building the relationship. So after selling her company, Heidi decided to go work for Apple, and she was hired on to maintain the relationships that Apple has with its worldwide developers, which was a perfect job for someone that was great at maintaining relationships, like Heidi. So while at Apple, she even had to use some of her connections to call in favors to help the company while it was struggling. Now, looking at Heidi, it is obvious that she is a successful giver. So, according to Adam Grant, in his book Give and Take, a giver succeeds in a way that creates a ripple effect, enhancing the success of people around them. In her career, Heidi made connections and helped connect others so that it was mutually beneficial. She actually reminds me of another gentleman that was discussed in Adam Grant's book named Adam Rifkin. Rifkin believes that networks should be used as vehicles for creating value for everyone, not just themselves. Both Heidi and Adam Rifkin use their networks in a very similar manner. Whenever Heidi was connecting people, she would only move forward with the connection or favor if it was going to be beneficial to both parties. Now, Heidi also took the time to make these relationships personal, not just professional. She would host small gatherings at her house where she would cook for friends and spend time in getting to know them. That way, when she was making connections, she truly knew everything about them and would make the best connection for them. She would also invite guests that didn't know each other so that they could meet and start making their own connections. The way that Heidi handles her relationships is truly a tribute to her success. Not only, being a successful giver, she knew exactly how to take care of herself as far as knowing when to say no and when to hold back or, move forward on a connection. She was never afraid to tell anybody no and did a couple of times throughout her career. Now, by working hard and truly getting out in the industry and making these strong connections, Heidi Roizen grew to be a very powerful and influential person in the IT industry. She was successful and never gave up on achieving what she wanted to do.